Hey guys, welcome to my Minecraft tutorial series. This series will feature me making tutorials based on what you guys want. I will read in the comments in the section below to decide what tutorial to do next. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please leave a like and or a sub to help me out. And don't forget to leave a comment below so that I know what to do the next tutorial on. Hey guys, so today we're going to do a melon farm, a fully automatic melon farm, and this is exactly what it looks like. So how it works is a melon actually grows here. It powers all the pistons, and the pistons actually push most of the melons into the collecting area, which is actually down here. So I'll just show you guys that one more time after I get all the melons. So melon grows, powers the pistons, and the pistons get pushed. Again, what happens? The melon grows. The piston here, I'll try and explain this. So blocks here, anything that gets placed here powers the piston to push, right? And it also powers this area. It powers the next redstone bit in the area. So on the next block, sorry. So what happens is the melon gets placed here, it powers the redstone here, and it pushes all around here. It powers the piston to break the melon and break the power supply. So the pistons get pushed out once and then retract as well, and just like that. So that's pretty much the final design. So it goes down here, the melons get pushed, pretty simple water flow area, and the glowstone is just to keep it alight so that, well, they can grow. So why don't we get straight into the tutorial. So the first part of the fully automatic melon farming tutorial is to, well, you gotta build this part, alright? So to start off, you wanna just copy what I do. So you gotta place like a little square little area around like this. You gotta make it farmland, put a melon seed in there, grow the melon so it looks exactly like that. So make that. Then you gotta, how am I gonna do this? You gotta break one block like that. And then you gotta place water there. That's very important. Then you also need a piston to place. You actually got to place it over the actual water block, like so. You then have to place a redstone repeater right there, and then what's this called? Redstone torch to power it like that. So that's the aerial view. You got to exactly do that. Then have to proceed to put redstone in like a square shape, I think it is. Kind of like a square shape. Around here, just have a look at that. But then you gotta put two redstone repeaters here and here. That's three actually, and you gotta make them on the last freaking whatever you call it, the last setting. So it's like that, and put the redstone out so that it's connecting to your melon farm, which will be over here. But I gotta do it over there because it's gonna take too long. It's gonna be like in that area. So to test it, you just get a melon out. And you gotta watch to see if it powers this, and yep, it does power that, and it works perfectly fine, I think. Okay, never mind. You have to actually put that to the first setting. That was my bad. Alright, okay, so you don't put it on the last setting. Or you can. No, actually you can. It'll probably be better. So leave that on the last setting, just for like time to activation and stuff. So with that step done, you gotta take the redstone out to where your farm is going to be, putting repeaters along the way so that the redstone lasts. It gets powered. Sorry. So put it out to the area where you want your your melon farm to be, which will probably be about here for me. All right. So the next thing you gotta do is you gotta take that redstone back a bit actually, and you gotta farm 9, I think it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, 9 farmland blocks, and place, okay, you gotta put water down first, so, 3, you gotta find the middle block, and place water just like that. So in the middle block, place the water just like that, exactly. Then you gotta proceed to put a piston over the water, so it's pretty much visible just like that. You're then going to proceed to farm it again because I'm so stupid, and you got to place a melon seed in every second farmland block. You then, just have a look at the design. Alright, you gotta dig this 3 deep. Yep. Dig the middle area 3 deep. All 3 blocks. For all the farmland blocks. And then proceed to hoe the other side of the crevice, I think it is. And make it symmetrical. So the water block there and the piston there. Just like that. Again, make it symmetrical, so put a melon seed on every second block. And if you want to speed things up, get your, what the hell is that? Bone meal, that's right. Get your bone meal out and get the melons going. Just so that the melons start growing so you can farm it a bit easier. Alright. So step 3 would be to create the actual water flows. So what you got to do is you got to place a water block on each side of the little middle center, and then what you got to do is you got to find the middle block, the water block that is not flowing, and dig a water flow. Oh shit. Okay, dig a water flow down like here, so that the water flows. So that water flows down like into this area, and then dig up again for like a collection point. That's it. You gotta make a collection point. So it's pretty simple. Shouldn't really be part of this tutorial because it's very, very simple. Oh god, that's gonna be a problem. I don't think it will be, but whatever. So I'll just go over that again. Water block here, water block there, and then you can proceed to dig in the middle through the opposite direction of where you started, and so the melons will come down this place. Pretty simple. And that's step 4 or 3, I think it is. I don't know. Alrighty, so what you got to proceed to do is you got to, well, it's pretty simple, but you got to put pistons along each space where the melons aren't. So every space of farmland that does not contain a melon, you have to place a piston. Otherwise, this melon farm will not work, because that's pretty much how it works. And then you got to pretty much make a base. So put an outside layer of stone just like this. Put it in between the pistons and on the outside. And there we go. That's like the half bit of the base of the melon farm. And one melon actually grew already. So the next step would be to connect it up with redstone. So what you got to do, you got to place repeaters along the pistons. So they're going to be facing towards the pistons. Every single piston that you see on your current melon farm, you got to place like that, and that should be powered when you place the redstone next to it. So then get out your redstone. I'll just have a look at the design again. Alrighty. Okay, make sure it is powered. So power the redstone repeaters by placing it along the second block from the pistons. So the second block from the pistons, place redstone throughout the whole row exactly like that. So now you're going to connect it up to the other side. So do the same thing for the other side, the exact same thing. That should be symmetrical. If it's not symmetrical, you've done something wrong. So then connect a side of your choice up, I don't know, whatever. Just connect it up with redstone. So connect both the sides with redstone so that, well, both of them have redstone like that. So it's both of them are powered, right? Pretty simple. I'll just test if this works. It should work, actually. I'll just get a melon out. No idea where the melons are. There they are. So as you can see, melons are growing, and melons do grow in this area. I've tested it and it works. Hold it if you want, but it still works anyway. So test the redstone out. I suppose you guys don't have melons already, but I don't know how to do this. Just test it if you want. I don't know, it won't really make a difference, because if you've done it right, you won't have to test it. But I've tested it like that, and it doesn't actually work. So what you got to do is fix this shit up. You can't actually have a redstone repeater on the corner, I don't think. I think that's why it didn't work. I'm not quite sure though. So I'll just test it out again, and it worked. Yep. Alright, so you can't have a redstone repeater on the corner. You got to have it like that. So that is pretty much how it works. I think that's the whole thing, actually. No, you got to place glowstone. That's right. Okay, so to finish it off, it has to have light 24/7. So you're gonna have to get out your glowstone or torches. I prefer glowstone, but it doesn't really matter. And there's a bunch of melons here. I would probably place a blocks along here just because it looks better. And what was I gonna do? Place glowstone. All right. So what you're gonna have to do, I think is every second block. No. Okay. So this is confusing. All right. The second block in each row. So like, it's got to be in the middle, and the second block on each row. So like that. Put it on the edges, just like that. So it's the second. It's where the melons are on both sides, like that. Then proceed to place glowstone in the middle. Pretty sure that's how it works. Yeah, in the very middle, you got to place a glowstone right in the center. And one melon just grew, so let's just test it out. So when a melon grows here, and it does work, it pushes those melons down into the collection area, and you have melons. So I think that's it. That was a pretty fast tutorial. If I don't even know how to do these tutorials. If they're too fast for you guys, tell me please, because I can make them slower if you want, and like I can make them slower if you want. Yeah, I can make it faster if you want. I don't know. I've never done this before, so don't hate on me if I'm doing it wrong or something. But that was my best attempt at my first tutorial, except the mob trap one that I've already done. So I guess this is episode 1 of my Minecraft tutorials. And guys, don't forget to leave a comment in the section below to tell me what tutorial to do next. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thanks for watching. Leave a sub, leave a comment. Yep, pretty much leave a comment, because I really need those comments to know what tutorial to do next. I'll just test the final design right here again. Breaks the piston, and all the melons go in there. So I'll have my weld file in the description, just in case you guys need help. I've actually already set up an automatic reed farm and automatic cactus farm. That was actually Power Down's work, but just in case you guys want to see that and I don't have time to make the video, so it's already up. So guys, thanks for watching. Weld file is in the description, and I will see you guys later. Please tell me what tutorial to do next, because I have no idea what you guys want. So I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.